Hey, we're back. And in this part, first of all, this is a finished dish version. Ours is going to look something like this, not at the end of this, but at the end of, it's going to look like this minus the wheels and tires. These aren't even the wheels and tires, they're just from another project. But, looks pretty good, I think. So in this part, I basically just wanted to model, and finish up whatever, everything on this base part. So everything except the tires and wheels. And if we open up our handy dandy checklist, you can see that this just involves the gas cap, the wheel wells, and sort of an underneath portion to hide our lack of anything inside for now. We might do badges and lettering. It's such a small detail, but I think it's kind of a cool thing to go over. And then just sharpening some things up and neatening some of our topology and edge flow up, but that's mostly just me being picky. But in some cases, it'll help the reflection be nice and the overall shape be smooth. And then if we really want to, we can redo the headlights, the grille, and the windshield. But I honestly think they look, it's simple, and I'd like it to be more elaborate. But I think it looks alright. I think it looks okay. So I have no idea how long this is going to take, but let's just get started. So the gas cap is going to be the last thing we do, because it is going to be after we apply the mirror modifier, since it's only on one side. So I guess that means we can just go with the wheel wells. Alright, so I'm just going to hide that lip spoiler thing and just select all of the edges right outside of our, and go alongside there. And then I'm just going to E to extrude, right click, and I'm just going to bring them in ever so slightly along that x-axis. And we'll do it again to bring it to mostly the depth we want for our wheel wells. To be honest, I don't really know how much depth wheel wells get. And then just one more time to sharpen up that inside portion. Nice. That looks alright. And in some portions, particularly right here, it gets kind of messy because of this bottom piece. I'm just literally going to select those vertices and delete them. And maybe this one too. To get like that. It's not as neat as it could be, but I think it's alright. And then for these ones, I'm just going to move in a little bit. And I think we'd be okay. Is that any of that? Oh, it's the phone. I don't think I know this person. Hacha! Okay, it's over there now. I have no idea why I did that. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I think that'll be okay. And there's, okay, finally it stopped. What am I doing? Okay, so I'm gonna get a reference picture open and just sort of look at it and see where, get a couple different angles. I'm gonna look at this one for now, and just to see where there is accent lines. I think we already talked about this before, but now I'm just going to go over quickly some areas where there are accent lines and make sure that they are there in our model. I don't know why I minimized that. I kind of want it open. Stay there. Alright, so we definitely do have this accent line, but it looks like it sort of curves down here, and in the actual vehicle it stays relatively straightish. So I am just going to straighten this out a little bit. I'm just going to grab those, and from our Is it front? Yeah, I'll just bring them up to sort of like there. Straighten that accent line out, and maybe even... Now, you could probably spend forever doing this step, but it is very helpful to get, like, bring your model to the next level. Like, it may just seem like I'm being picky, and that's because I am, but if you take the time to just really make sure everything is exactly the way you want it to be, then your model is going to look amazing. Just because you spent that time and effort making it look that way. And I think I may not use this tool there because it's a tight area, but if there's an area, and actually let's turn on matte caps, because basically what I want to look for is areas that aren't as smooth as I want them to be. Like right here, there's just a little bit bumpy, and I don't really want it to be a little bit bumpy, so why is it a little bit bumpy? Because of our subsurf modifier. So I'm just going to spend a little bit. Actually, you know how to model, you know how to move stuff around. Again, just make use of the matte caps if you really want to get everything really, really neat. Compare it to reference pictures, see if it looks exactly the way you want it to, and if not, play around with it a little bit. And do that. We do have to sharpen up some areas on the engine hood, but I want to show you lettering and logos and stuff. Again, like I said, it's a very, very small detail, but it's a cool small detail. And I think I actually already have the... Is it here? Where did I put it? Ah, here. I downloaded this off Google. It's basically just a vector image of the logo. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and open up our background images from before, add in an image, open, just load it on up. And then I'm actually just going to hide all these other ones for now. Go into a separate layer, and why did that disappear? Oh, because I hid it. Well, okay. And now I'm just going to trace it, really. I'm going to add in a plane. If you open up your toolbar, you can align that to view. And I'm actually just going to flip that. And now I'm just going to play around with this plane, extrude a bunch of geometry until it is the shape of this logo. Now this is not fun. I'm going to try to do it with as little geometry as possible, just for polygon count. And it doesn't really have to be any specific way, so... Yeah, I'm not going to spend a lot of time worrying about the edge flow of this, because it doesn't have to be perfect. But you do want it to just... this is going to be shrink wrap modified onto our object. And something to keep in mind for that is you just wanted to make sure that this has enough geometry on it, enough edge loops and stuff, so that enough geometry that the modifier can work with. Because if this only has a couple of different edge loops, like if this is the entire, that portion, it only has that many vertices to work with. But if we add in several loop cuts, then it adds that much more geometry that the modifier can affect. If that makes sense. Hopefully it makes sense. And it's so small that like all these corners that are super sharp, isn't gonna really matter. Just as long as you get the general shape, it's fine. I actually want to add 2 there. What, 2? I feel like there's probably like a super duper easier way to do this. Like you could just apply it as an image texture, and I have a really good idea actually, but I'm not gonna do it. It's a complicated good idea, and I'm not sure if I know how to do it. So I'm just gonna do it this way. This may take a while, but it's reliable, and it works. It works. I was thinking of using this as texture on as like a displacement texture, which would change all of the it would change geometry just based on the image. Since it's black and white, it would work, but you can get gross shapes in it, and we don't want gross shapes, so we're just gonna keep it simple. Alright, coming along. I may just time lapse this, maybe, or I might not. I don't know. You don't know. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna time lapse it so I don't have to say words that I don't want to. Alright, that took a bit longer than I wanted it to, but you know, it's fine. Looks pretty darn good. As you see, there's a fair bit amount of geometry in here. It's not super duper neat, but it's not super duper messy either. I actually just forgot this entire portion, so I'm gonna do that. But you just want to make sure there's enough geometry that the modifier can work with. And I think we've accomplished that. And that's all fairly evenly spaced out, so that's good too. So let's go ahead and move this back to our main layer. And perfect. We're done. No, just kidding. We're going to scale it down a bunch. Let me check our reference picture to see for size. Just going to put it right where it goes, in front of this door. Our thing doesn't have it now. It looks like it goes right up here. So I'm just going to apply a mirror modifier here. Bring it out here. Make sure. Actually, you know, we're not going to apply a mirror modifier because we have to rotate it. It doesn't just mirror. So I'm going to place it pretty darn close to the body. I'm just repeat that same process as before with the shrink wrap modifier. So I'm going to go ahead and, where is it? Shrink wrap. Target the car, get nice and close. Doesn't really ever do anything. Then we just want to solidify. And then just up the thickness. Oh, you know, we want to apply have normals too. Maybe even like oh, I think that maybe even a little bit bigger. Oh, you know what we could do? We didn't apply a subsurface modifier either. So I applied that afterwards, after our shrink wrap modifier. It looks pretty good. Before, is that one after? Or before? I actually think they both look really nice. Alright, I'm just gonna keep it on afterwards because that looks pretty darn good, I think. We might even add an edge split. So you want this to split angles. We want that before there. Yeah. Keep it at 30 degrees probably. We just want these corners to be nice and sharp, which is exactly what that's doing. Yeah, that looks really nice. Great, we got that. Let's go ahead and just duplicate, rotate it 90. Wait, is it actually? It might. We might just need it to mirror modifier it. Yeah, let's add it mirror. I don't think it rotates. I was thinking of text. Now let's see. Where is this? We want origin to be the middle, and it is. Why is it doing that then? Alright, oh, the axis was messed up. Alright, I just played around with that a little bit, and now it's fine. Let's check that with the light. Ooh, looking good. Now for the text, I think I did some research on this before. Did I download it? Yeah. I went and found a font that looks like the Dodge font. I just want to figure out where there are words. Alright, so there's an SRT in the front. There'll be a download link in the description for this font that you can. Did I install it? I don't know if I installed it though. Alright. To install fonts, this is not Blender at all. This is like a miscellaneous tutorial. You open up the fonts. Oh wait, I don't know if I can do it there. You open up the font, so you go to File Explorer, this PC, your local drive, Windows, fonts, and then you find your font file. I'm just going to extract it real quick. And oh, there's a bunch of them. Viper Squadron, that's the name of this font. Now I'm just going to drag them all over. So there's 4 of the, whoop. And I'm going to drag these 4 fonts over. It'll install these fonts. And now when we go to Blender, we can, for text, this is new and interesting, we can go ahead and add in a text. And I'm just going to align that to view. We can, the text editing, this is kind of buggy and annoying. So try to not worry about it too much. You don't do it very often anyways. So I'm going to go and, oh, maybe we didn't even have to do that. Yeah. Alright, we're going to open up a new font, and we're going to choose one of these. I don't really know what the difference is. I don't like that one. Not that one. Alright, probably that one. Yeah, the slanty one. Alright. So that's how you change the font. You just go to that font tab, font, load up that file. And now we're just going to type in SRT for fast mode. And this just goes right on the bumper, along with the Hellcat logo actually. I'm probably going to get copyrighted for this. Is this copyrighted? And I do just want to rotate that a little bit, rotate it a little bit more. I don't want to shrink wrap it because that'll make things deformy, but I will go ahead and solidify. Alright, that's that. I'm just going to copy this and Shift D to duplicate, separate to separate, and where is that other one? Alright, I don't need the mirror modifier on this, we just need that, and we'll move it into place over here. We don't need that either. Let's go ahead and rotate. Oh, I'm actually going to rotate it 90 degrees, and Control M mirror manually, and then just scale it down to bumper size. And then just now I'll line it up right next to that text. Like, this is the most miscellaneous tutorial right now. Let's learn a bunch of random things, and I'm just going to copy the thickness from here to there. Nice. Actually, these might even go a little bit like there. Oh. Alright, gonna give it a save real fast, and I'll add some light just to see that. Still can't really see it. Let me just change this direction. I want it pointing that way so I can see the front. Right now it's kind of hard to see since it's the same exact material, but I think that'll do the trick. How long have we been doing this? I don't want to keep you guys here. Oh, it's already been half an hour. Wow, okay. What haven't we done yet? Okay. Checklist. We did badges, we did text, we did wheel wells, almost. We'd have to do the back, but that'll be part of. Alright. So let's go ahead and this front's driving me crazy. This is going to be a longer tutorial, okay? It's just going to be finishing up all the loose ends. So I'm going to sharpen up some of the portions of the front. So I'm going to delete that face there and that face there, just so I can add a loop cut here that goes to the top, a loop cut here that goes to the bottom. My computer's kind of slowing down because of the subsurf, so I'm going to turn that down 1. And then I'm just going to fill in these triangles again. Except now it'll be 3 triangles there. And do that same thing back here. Triangle, triangle, triangle. Now we just want to turn this off for a sec. I actually just want to repeat that for here as well. Add a loop cut up here, add a loop cut down here. Fill in triangle, triangle, triangle. Let's just turn that back on, see how it looks. I think that's bad. What's happening? Alright, maybe we don't do that side. Alright, that'll be fine. Will it? What did I do for this other one? I did not add anything. It looks alright. Huh. Alright, yeah, that'll be good. Now that engine thing is nice and sharp, I'm gonna go ahead and add edge loop. Oh, not there. Up here to sharpen that up. Let's go ahead and add one to the. This is why triangles are bad. Observe. Delete those 2 triangles, then we can add loop cut to the bottom. Then we can go ahead and fill back in those triangles. And I'm just going to keep that, like, the vent open. Probably could fill it in with something, but yeah, now that's nice and sharp. That looks a lot better. Nice, cool, good. Now let us. I want to just. This isn't super duper necessary, but it's just something quick that I think. It's not very realistic, but we're gonna model it anyways, and that is basically just going to be a little bottom part. I'm not gonna do it this close cut. Maybe I will, but actually, you know what? I'm not going to do the bottom. I'm just going to leave it like this, and if we really want a bottom, it's pretty simple. Basically, you just take the outline of everything and fill it in with faces. It doesn't have to be super neat, but we've already been recording for half an hour, and I want to eat. So, yeah. I think this looks pretty darn good in my opinion. The next part we'll go over wheels and tires, or wheels and then tires. But I just want to emphasize the importance of just take the time. Don't rush through your project. Don't rush through it. if you take the time and really make things the way you want them to, the way that they should be, then you'll be much more happy with the final product, and it'll just look that much more better, says the person who still needs to do the front of the car. And actually, we do have to fill in that bottom portion as well. So maybe this will be finishing things up part 1, and then we can have a finishing things up part 2. Well, I'll go more in depth about what we're looking for in the smoothing things out and stuff like that. But yeah, I hope people are happy with their results. If you have any questions, you can always ask me. And look forward to seeing what other people are making with this tutorial. So if you like, you can feel free to send me your results so far, and I'd love to see them. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next part. This one wasn't very helpful, but it's essential, so bye-bye.